Picture photographer, representing the cycling industry here. Mr. Cycling, Werner K. Gillen. And your supervisor ringside. From the Gold Coast, Noel Sharp to sign Gary Hamlin, junior to the Gold Coast Suns. And he's back in Melbourne, Noel Sharp.
Up on. Stop. Stop. No, sweet. Okay. Okay. Box. Boys up.
Round 2.
What? What? Keep your head up, head up. Back of the head.
Italian vinegar.
Second half, third and final round.
More athletic, but
Right, touch gloves, touch gloves,
chubby ball.
touch gloves, boys, touch gloves. Right, box.
Is there any other?
Keep your head up. Head up, head up. Keep going.
Oh, team presenting Penrith here representing Kwadjo football.
Well done, guys. Good. No. Peggy.
Okay, welcome to the Coburg Stadium ringside promotion. Challenger Brother, his 10th big program tonight. We get the show rolling with 4 rounds of interstate lightweight boxing. When you welcome in the blue corner, with his coach Tom Macklin from Campbelltown, former Australian flyweight and bantamweight champion. He fought 7 times world champion Manny Pacquiao in 1999. He brings a young man in amateur boxing who had 10 fights, 5 wins. In professional boxing, 15 bouts, 2 wins, 2 draws. At 60.25 kilograms, wearing black fronts with white trim. When you welcome Sydney's Jerry Spanidis. And across the ring, also wearing colour colours of black with a touch of white. From Lever, Melbourne's northern suburbs. He's 21 years of age, and boxing 5 fights, 4 wins. Ladies and gentlemen, his coach from Keon Park, Darren Burrows, at 61.05 kilograms, making his professional debut. Would you welcome Flash Ash Caminti? Judges Brian Butler and Inga Williams, Ignatius Spanidis. Ringside position, Dr. Peter Lewis. Your referee in charge of the action, Mr. Wayne Ashdown. Here we go.
Welcome to the Coburg Town Hall in the northern suburbs of Melbourne. The date's October 1, 2010, and you're watching Fight 1 of the Charlie Lipperotto Ringside Promotions Fight Night, brought to you by Doherty's Gym. I'm Patrick Skeen, and joining me as co-host tonight is former Commonwealth champion Paul Ferrari. How are you doing, Paul?
Very good, mate. It's going to be. Looks like it's going to be a good crowd here tonight, and we're going to have some great fights.
In the red corner, we've got Ashley Caminti in the black trunks with white piping, and Jerry Spanidis from Sydney in the black trunks with white piping as well. Spanidis having a slight height advantage on Caminti, but a big crowd in here tonight for Caminti as they wage war early. Jerry Spanidis lands a left hook on Caminti. Caminti making his debut against the much more experienced Spanidis. Hot start, Paul.
It is a hot start. Yes, they're getting into it straight away, aren't they?
Caminiti's first round in the pro ranks, and Spanidis not giving away anything early. As Caminti lands his first big shot of the fight with a left hook and also a left rip to the body. Spanidis showing some good lateral movement early. Veteran of 15 fights against the debutante. They look pretty well matched.
Yeah, they're pretty well matched. There's not much difference in the height, but yeah, it's it's going to be one of those fights where they're just going in hell for leather there.
Standing and trading toe-to-toe, and Caminti from the Keon Park Gym. And this is the first pro fighter to come from the Keon Park Gym. These two still stalking each other, and it could come down to condition. 4 by 3 minute rounds.
Watch the back of the head. Break. Break. Don't claim. Don't hold. Watch the back of the head.
Spanidis showing his experience so far.
Break.
He's boxed 60
Back of the
total
head.
rounds,
Back
and
of
this
the
is
head, all right.
Ash Caminiti's
Twice.
first round, so it's a big test for the youngster Ash Caminiti, 21 years old on debut. Spanidis 27.
Don't push.
Spanidis from St Helens Park in New South Wales and trained by Toddy Makelum, and Toddy Makelum fought the great
Step
Manny
back, step
Pacquiao.
back.
So he's in good hands in the corner there, Paul.
Yes, he certainly is.
Break. Don't push off the break. Break.
Both fighters tied up in the centre here. Spanidis looking to land that left hook in the straight right. He's got some good combinations, and you can't always believe a fighter's record. And Spanidis here giving Caminiti a good test. Caminiti lands with a right uppercut. And both fighters trading blows in the middle. Very interesting round. How do you have the round so far, Paul?
Break.
Oh, I think it's pretty even at the moment. They're both
Stop. Stop.
throwing
Step back
a
on the
lot of
break.
leather
Step
at
back.
each other.
Box.
Referee Wayne Ashdown stepping in there. On Spanidis as Caminiti comes forward, the debutante, landing a good body shot. And these two willing to trade, going hell for leather. The experienced Spanidis and the enthusiastic youngster Caminiti. Great body shots there by Caminiti.
Yeah, went down on one knee then.
Yeah, he did, and he's been well schooled by Darren, the Danger Man Burrows, former Victorian lightweight champion. Spanidis comes on the top, and Caminiti rips back to the body. This could be a matter of Caminiti's conditioning. How'd you have that first round, Paul?
I think it'd be pretty even. It's pretty hard to give it to one and not the other. You know,
Round two at lightweight, 4 by 3 minute rounds. This is the second round. Ashley Caminiti versus Jerry Spanidis. Very close first round between a veteran and the debutante Caminiti. And Paul, you found it very difficult to split that first round, but they both had great work rate.
They did, yeah. They've been very busy. That's why I couldn't split it myself. So I'd rather give it a draw.
And you fought a lot of longer fights in your career, but when you're fighting these short 4-rounders, you can't lose any rounds. You can't be inactive. You've got to keep your work rate up.
Well, that's right. When they're short rounds, then you put everything into the 3 or 4 rounds. And because it just keeps the action going.
And you got to go hell for leather.
Yeah.
Caminiti's amateur record of 4-1 before he turned pro, and he's got some very good skills, showing some good skills for a debutante. The question is, will he run out of puff, or has Darren Burrows got him in good condition here to finish off? And Spanidis moves forward, trying to land that straight right, which landed a few times in the first round. It looks to be his money punch.
Couple of good lefts there.
Right. Stop.
Rip and hook.
Right, you're holding first warning.
Looks like he's got all the tools, has Caminiti, for a debutant.
He has, yes, he's very good. And
both fighters come together, and Caminiti getting the better of that. He comes inside. This is where Caminiti seems to like it. And it looks like he's coming on stronger and landing more shots. And the crowd starts roaring as Spanidis lands a left hook that doesn't have a great deal on it. But Caminiti at this stage getting the better of the veteran. Some good rips to the body.
Keep punching. Keep punching.
Crowd roaring now. Caminiti landing some shots. Spanidis fighting back. Some good furious exchange between these two.
Here we go.
Queensland, Victoria versus New South Wales. And Caminiti, local boy from Keon Park Gym. Big crowd here to watch him tonight make his debut. First fighter from that gym. And they're roaring early here in the first fight of the night.
That's it. Keep punching, guys.
Good uppercut and great body shot there by Caminiti, both scoring blows. And it's looking like it's a lot cleaner, but Spanidis is moving forward, staying in his face, right in the pocket. Looks like he enjoys that infighting and trying to land that straight right.
Hey, punch up, punch up, punch up.
Turn this fight early. But Caminiti's showing no stamina problem so far, Paul. It's very, very impressive.
No, I think both boys are pretty strong even at this stage, even though they've been throwing a lot of leather.
No one's showing signs of tiring. And that could become the factor in this fight as Spanidis misses with an overhand right there. And Caminiti straight back on him, landing 2 and 3 punch combinations. And an uppercut, he's well schooled. Spanidis fights back. 3 or for. Shots now landing at
Back
Bourke.
a few good ones there.
Yeah, he's moved it to the next level. Great round for Ashley Caminti. You can hear the crowd roaring.
First
Paul.
fight. Welcome, Fat Albert. Good evening to you, Fat Albert.
Seconds out.
26. Seconds out.
Seconds out.
Round 3.
Hold it. Hang on.
Round 3 of the lightweight clash between Ashley Caminti and Jerry Spanidis. Ashley Caminti and both commentators, Paul Ferrari and myself, took that second round with just some sustained aggression. He moved forward, clean punching, good ring generalship, and he showed he could brawl and he can box. Spanidis is not giving up, is he, Paul? He's moving forward, trying to land his combinations, and he's prepared to take a shot to get inside and do his stuff.
Keep punching.
Showed,
Back of the head,
showed
Greg.
a lot of talent.
Keep punching.
He's,
Stop. Punch. Back of the head. All right, that's you. Back of the head. All right, box.
Spanidis
Fight. Step
has
back.
15 fights under his belt. He's fought the Australian welterweight champion Brett Williams-Smith. Had a draw with him early in his career. It's at 60 rounds he's had in the ring. There's nothing can substitute for that level of experience.
Next one, a point off.
that's right.
Back up. Point off. Box.
Jerry Spanidis getting a warning there from referee Wayne Ashdown.
Fight. Fight.
Fight's been pretty
Holding,
clean
you're holding,
up
step
till
back.
now.
Box.
Spanidis needing all of his experience to hold off the young warhorse. Good left jab there from Spanidis, and he's still trying to land that right hook. And he's having a better round here in round 3. Caminti should get back to the fundamentals.
Stop.
Sticking and moving, being evasive. Wayne Ashdown warns Jerry Spanidis for holding.
Point.
And he's deducting a point there from Jerry Spanidis. And that could be quite crucial if the judges did give that first round to Spanidis. We had it even. And that will guarantee this round for Ashley Caminti. And he comes forward showing no signs of fatigue. As Spanidis comes back, and these two are starting to wage war again. Almost don't need the ropes, these two, Paul. They're standing in the middle and trading.
That's right, yeah. No, they're showing some, a lot of courage, actually, the way that they're fighting tonight.
Caminti is slowing down a touch. He set a brutal pace there in round 2. It's hard to keep that up in round 3, and I'd say this round's up for grabs. Not a great amount of clean punches landed by either fighter, but they're still willing and moving forward and pressing the action, putting on a great first fight here at Coburg Town Hall.
Yeah, nobody's taken a backward step, that's for sure, is it?
Oh, it's firing.
Step back. Step back. Box.
What are some of the things we should be looking here from a debutante? Is it just conditioning, fatigue? He's never even been 4 rounds before fight.
Yeah, well, I think he's, see, if he's
Keep punching. Keep punching.
doing the right things for the first time, because sometimes, I think when you're in the ring, you're not sort of thinking all that well in there.
Yeah, particularly if you're tired. It's a great round. Caminti landed a very big left hook there that could have shaded in the round, but that could have gone either way, Paul. But there was that 1 point deduction.
Seconds out as we commence the 4th and final round.
4th and final round, very entertaining lightweight battle between Jerry Spanidis, experienced from Sydney, Ashley Caminti from the Keon Park Gym. And that last 3rd round was a close round, but of course Spanidis losing a point for holding on the head. And Spanidis come out continuing his all-action approach to this fight, moving forward, and it's being fought tightly inside here. Either fighter landing significant. Caminti starting to get the better of things as these two continue to trade in the centre of the ring, and you can't ask for more for an opening fight, Paul.
It's a great fight. They've been very persistent in not taking any backward step whatsoever.
And you remember when you used to fight the 4-rounders way back, and you just got to go out hell for leather.
Yeah, well, that's right. I remember when I firstly started boxing, and I did a few of the three-rounders, and you had to put the whole lot in, like as if you're fighting 1 round.
Well, both these fighters have done that today. They've compressed it. And Jerry Spanidis lands that straight right, and that's been his calling card, his main scoring punch. Ash Caminiti's still in there. Does he have the stamina and does he have the conditioning to finish off? And he's done a lovely job so far and really acquitted himself well in his first fight tonight, considering the experience of his opponent, Jerry Caminti. And now it's getting a little bit sloppy as they're basically lying on top of each other, both pretty exhausted, and Caminiti's landing those good straight rights as he has all night tonight. It hasn't really featured defence, it's been all attack.
I think by both of them, they haven't worried about defence, have they?
That's what the crowd wants. Great matchmaking by Charlie Lebrun, putting these two together. Crowd starting to get vocal, getting behind Caminti, trying to bring him home. Flash Ash, his nickname is, and he's looked flash tonight. He's still got to finish the job here against Spanidis in the final fourth round.
Step back, step back, step back, box. Fight! Step back, box.
Caminiti lands a good left hook. Spanidis moving forward like the Greek warrior he is. There's just no quit in him. Punches there landed by Spanidis, and he could burgle the round. Caminiti's going to have to keep up his work rate. Spanidis is all over him.
Step back, step back.
Ball, another round up for grabs.
Yeah, I think this round's pretty close too, isn't it?
And they could make that deduction, but Spanidis landing some heavy leather as Caminti comes back into the fray. Spanidis lands an overhand right, uppercut there from Caminti, and these two going blow for blow on the ropes. No quarter given. Both these guys want the W tonight.
Step back, box.
Caminti with a slight advantage in scoring because of that point deduction. Brilliant final round there by these two. Fantastic. Paul, how did you have it?
Yeah, there was a lot of pressure put on each other in this fight. Every round was the same as the first.
Yeah, just...
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have a unanimous decision. Judge Brian Butler had it 39-37. Ignatius Miscellaneous had it very close, 38-37. Final card and Edgar Williams, 39-36. Your winner, red corner. Okay, welcome back to Celebrating Charlie Lebrun, Team Big Promotion, Jungle Fever. Ladies, interstate lightweight boxing. Would you remember my right, occupying the blue corner from Springfield Lakes, near Ipswich in Queensland. Coach Dim from Muay Thai, Coburg, Queensland. This young lady, tipped the scales at bar,
no shoulder. Hey.
At 57.40 kilograms. Wearing black trunks with shock white. Her speciality before tonight was Muay Thai boxing, where she's had 13 fights, 11 wins, 1 draw, 1 loss. Making her professional boxing debut here in Melbourne town tonight. Fondly known as the Pocket Rocket, Queensland's Sarah George. Proud member of Boxing Fit 100, Mick and Kevin Hargraves and the team from Brooklyn near the Westgate Bridge. Australian Women's Amateur Champion 2009. In professional boxing, 3 bouts, 2 wins at 60.50 kilograms. Coming off a big win against Rachel Phillips on the big Brad Reed show at Burwood. Ladies and gentlemen, wearing those familiar trunks with a touch of gold and black, with the skirt, Dirty Guy Prazak. Referee Jason Miscellaneous, judges Brian Butler, Eastern Croydon, and Nick Williams, Wayne Ashdown. Timekeeper of the bell, Tiger Tom Davis. Here we go.
Welcome to the Coburg Town Hall in the northern suburbs of Melbourne. The date's October 1, 2010, and you're watching Fight 2 of the Charlie Lebrun Ringside Promotions Fight Night, brought to you by Doherty's Gym. I'm Patrick Skeen, and joining me as co-host tonight is former Commonwealth champion Paul Ferrari. How are you doing, Paul?
Very well, mate. Very well. Yeah, it looks like it's going to be. It's going to be a good night tonight, I think, with all the fights.
The girls are getting down. Dirty Di Prazak from Boxing Fit Gym is in the black trunks with the gold trim, and Sarah George making her debut from Springfield Lakes, Ipswich, the pocket rocket in the black trunks with the silver trim. And Sarah George has an 11-1 Muay Thai record, and she's putting it on the line against Di Prazak, who's 2-1 in her 3 fights, and she's boxed 13 rounds professionally, and it's of course Sarah George's debut. And we're going to see some good skills tonight, Paul.
I think we will, yes.
Di Prazak has lost a lot of weight through boxing, and she's developing her skills rapidly under the tutelage of Mickey Hargraves, and she's improving with every fight. First fight she had, she was thrown in the deep end against Sarah Missy Howard, and then she's come back for wins over Kay Hodgson and Rachel Phillips last month, and she's looking all business here tonight. Full kit of punches as she pushes Sarah George back. Sarah George crossing the line from Muay Thai and making her debut in the Sweet Science tonight. Good jab there from Di Prazak, and she'll be looking to set up off her jab.
They're pretty willing here too, aren't they, today?
Yeah, both willing. Sarah George comes from the martial arts background, and she does have a striking background. It is looking like Di Prazak does have the power differential and catches Sarah George there, catches her off balance with a left hook. And Sarah George toying there, but that's a jab as then knocks Sarah George back, and Di Prazak moving forward, showing a lot of power tonight as she moves in and catches Sarah George with a straight right. Very intimidating first round here in boxing for Sarah George. She's moving around, trying to get some lateral movement. What do you think of Di Prazak early, Paul?
Oh, she's showing a lot of power there, isn't she?
She certainly is, and she's improving at a rapid rate and showing great skills, good defence, and she's got Sarah George on the back foot in this first round and winning the battle of the jabs. Sarah George tries to land an overhand right, but Di Prazak's watertight defence, and a jab lands through. Big first round for Di Prazak. Paul, how did you have it?
Oh, well, I thought Sarah...
Stay there.
Round 2 of the 6-round fight between Sarah George from the blue corner, black and silver trunks, and Dirty Di Prazak, black and gold trunks. And Paul, how'd you have that first round?
Well, I think...
Di Prazak?
Prazak, yes, I would have given it to her.
She looked very strong. She means business here in the second round, landing great combinations and getting the better of the exchange with Sarah George, who's looking a bit disoriented. There's a real power differential that's starting to shine through in every exchange. And Sarah George, as you said, she's been brave, but she doesn't appear to have the tools or the power to keep Di Prazak off at this stage. It's still early in the fight in the second round. Very, very impressive display so far from the Fighting Fit product.
Yeah, I think she needs to move around a little bit more because the other girl's just too strong for her. She should be trying to pick her punches and get in the position where she can throw a punch and hurt the other girl to let her know she's got a bit of power. At this stage, she's just walking right through her.
Di Prazak, you get that feeling she's just sensing, waiting for an opportunity to go on the attack, and lands a brutal straight right on Sarah George. And Sarah George, unbelievable, she's wearing quite a few punches. Showing some good durability. And only her second fight of professional boxing. It looks like she's trying to land that overhand right, but Prazak's unfazed as she moves in and trying to get Sarah George on the ropes. Sarah George showing good lateral movement, but she can't seem to keep, at this stage, keep Di Prazak off as she moves forward, and she's looking all business, looking in good condition.
Prazak seems to be, he's hitting her with every punch in the book.
Good exchanges there. And Sarah George maybe advised her to get off the ropes as she tries to land an overhand right, but watertight defence there from Di Prazak. She's setting up off the jab, and she's relentless in her pressure. Another big round for Di Prazak.
Yes, I think she's won the first 2 rounds, so the other girl's got a real job to catch up.
Stay in your corner,
Sarah and
stay there.
Di. Okay.
Box.
Round 3, Di Prazak versus Sarah George. Di Prazak in the black and gold trunks is having it all her own way, Paul.
She's got a good left there. Oh, here we go. There's a bit of a...
Sarah George lands a good shot there and has Prazak off balance.
3, 4, the punch is dropping down.
Spanidis puts a standing 8 count on Prazak. So that's an early development in this round 3 here.
Yeah, well, that's what she should be. She should be trying to pick her punches.
She's come out
and try and hit her with that right hand and put her down like she did then. It's no good trying to match the Prazak because she's just too strong. She should be moving around and picking her punches.
Well, she's getting the better of things early in round 3. Has already got a standing out 8 count. Next round, and Prazak comes back now, and Sarah George, and these two girls furiously exchanging in the corner. Prazak getting the better of that exchange. Sarah George trying to land that money punch, that overhand right. Prazak gets Sarah George in the corner, and whenever it gets in close, she's getting the better of things, but she's very willing. Sarah George, she moves forward.
Yeah, Sarah just doesn't seem to be strong enough to match the punches with her.
Well, she managed to get a standing 8 count, so there is some power there, and that did stun, but it's been all Prazak from that point. And looking like Sarah George may be starting to fatigue a little here in the 3rd round. She's starting to breathe heavily. Prazak's moving in relentlessly after that early setback at the start of round 3, and she's putting her punches together and setting up very tightly, showing good hand speed and good combinations. But Sarah George has shown she's got power, and she'll always be a puncher's chance. Excellent jab there, landed. These two girls, there's no quit in them, Paul.
That guy, she's got such a strong left hand, hasn't she? She's pushing her back every time she hits Sarah.
Well, she does, but there was a 10-9, so that could be a 9-9 round call.
Second down, round 4.
4th round of a wildly entertaining fight between Dirty Prazak and the pocket rocket, Sarah George from Springfield Lakes, Ipswich, and these two are into it again. And George came out roaring at the start of round 3, and you could argue Prazak did enough to also shade the round herself, but she got a standing 8 count, and Prazak's resuming normal programming here, pushing Sarah George back with that ramrod straight left jab, and it seems to be the difference in this fight, Paul.
Yes, I think Diane's just a bit too strong for her. She's got to, Sarah's just got to go and move around and try and choose her punches, make her miss.
Prazak showing great discipline with that jab. She's not departing from her game plan. She's pressing forward, setting up off the jab and trying to land that straight right and use that power differential that she has. Sarah George really not getting the best of it when she gets on the ropes. And a powerful left jab wobbles Sarah George. And she's now showing signs of fatigue, and it's looking like she tries to land that booming overhand right, and she won't quit. And Prazak moved forward relentlessly. Her conditioning's good. Now she's starting to batter. Sarah George goes down in the corner. Ignatius Missilades puts the count on her. Well, that was just a matter of time.
Yeah, I thought she was weakening towards the end of the round there. So
she's showing great heart and great chin, and still tries to land that. She's now starting to turn her back under the power, and she's doing everything she can to escape the relentless onslaught of Prazak. She's doing boxing fit Jim proud.
She's showing a lot of guts. You can see that's Sarah.
That's Sarah George now. It's just a matter of time before Ignatius Missilades steps in. She's exhausted. And Prazak really now looking to finish this and close it down. 3 and 4 combination. And Ignatius Missilades mercilessly waves off the fight. And that's a big win to Dirty Prazak. Paul, very impressive and wildly entertaining fight.
Yeah, Diane was just a bit too strong for her.
But Sarah George, no quit in her.
The time. Referee Ignatius Missilades stopped the contest. 1 minute 53 seconds, round 4. Taking her record to 3 wins in 4 bouts. We congratulate Dirty Prazak. Let's talk to Sarah George from Queensland, putting in a great performance. Brad, considering action Muay Thai. Sarah, under big lights here, knockout there. Time carries the bell. Tom Davis, Chris Anderson Jr. Ringside position, Dr. Peter Lewis. The judges decide for this championship fight. Point now. Brian Butler and Eagle Williams. Sheriff, under 10-point mass system. Representing St Kilda Footy Club at ringside, Scott Bauer. Malcolm McGuinness, Michael Ashton, Noel Sharp, back from the Gold Coast Suns. Okay, here we go, 8 rounds of boxing for the vacant Victorian Super Middleweight Championship, vacated by Serge Yannick, is in our main event. Introducing first in the blue corner, with his new coach Stuart Stokes, with the vivacious Stacey Bourke, personal trainer, in the corner. From Pakenham, Tyson Goldsacks, part of Melbourne. 33 years of age, 6 fights, 2 wins, 1 draw, 3 losses. Ladies and gentlemen, 75.80 kilograms, wearing blue trunks with white trim. Would you welcome Paul
Themelakis.
Challenger number 2 in the red corner with Team Themelakis, Team Ultimate, Sean Sheehan, and the big guns in the corner. With Sakula Mercuria from Ethiopia. He's got a perfect professional record. He's a boxer, kickboxer in professional boxing. 3 bouts, 3 wins, 1 inside the distance. At 76.20 kilograms, black trunks with white trim. Would you welcome from Yarraville, Evan Themelakis. 8 rounds of boxing, referee in charge. Ignatius Miscellaneous to give referees instructions.
Okay guys, I'll explain the rules.
Welcome to the Coburg Town Hall in the northern suburbs of Melbourne. The date's October 1, 2010. You're watching Fight 3 of the Charlie Liberato Ringside Promotions Fight Night, brought to you by Doherty's Gym. I'm Patrick Scanning. Joining me as co-host tonight is former Commonwealth champion, the legend, Paul Ferrari. How are you doing, Paul?
Yeah, good. Fights have been great.
Round 1.
Especially the last one was a very good fight, that was between the girls.
On the line tonight is the Victorian Super Middleweight title, 76.2 kilos. Evan Themelakis in the blue trunks with the white trim, and Paul Bourke with the black trunks and the white trim. Paul Bourke's had 6 fights. Evan Themelakis has had 3 fights, and there's a significant height difference here. Bourke with a slimmer build, and Themelakis more of the stocky warrior type, and he's got power. But Paul Bourke coming off a big win against Mark Pawsey up there in Randwick, an upset win, so he's got some momentum as well, and he's getting the better of the early going. Looks like he's landing some crisp punches as Paul Bourke.
Yes, he's got a very long reach also, hasn't he? He should be trying to set him up with that nice left hand.
We've seen Themelakis display his power. He knocked down Frank Schomper in his in the biggest win of his career so far. Schomper outranked him in experience. And Themelakis is one of the breed of combat fighters who move between Muay Thai and kickboxing and also boxing, heavy-handed. And it's looking like a classic boxer versus puncher display tonight, Paul.
Yes, it looks that way. Yeah, Paul seems to have that advantage on reach.
Skills. But what you'll see tonight is Themelakis trying to land that right bum. It looks like he's got Paul Bourke in a little bit of bother here in the first round. Bourke showing some good skills and moving off the ropes. As these two slug it out of the corner, separated by Ignatius Miscellaneous. So it looks like it's a classic power versus skill here, Paul.
Yeah, I think Paul should be
sticking and
moving around, moving around and jabbing that left hand and try to set him up with for the right.
Staying away from the big power shot, that big booming overhand right. And that's the X factor in this fight. That's the punch that can end things. Great combination there by Bourke. Bourke fights out of Berwick, his distribution manager. And he's got Stuart Stokes in his corner, who's also a fighter. And he's ranked 36 in Australia and 430 in the world. Versus Themelakis, 10 in Australia and 170 in the world. So Themelakis has come in the favourite, but Paul Bourke landing some good combinations here in the first round. How do you see the flow so far?
Yeah, good. I think Paul should have been doing a little bit more with his left hand and
keep working in
trying
there.
to get in there. He's trying to fight Evans' fight, and he's not really adapted to the field. His arms are too long to be in short fighting.
Not using his strength in the fight, which is his left jab.
Yeah, exactly.
How did you have that first round, Paul?
Oh, I think it was pretty even actually.
Depending on which style you like. Do you like the guy coming forward or the guy picking up with the jab?
Yeah.
Seconds out, round 2.
Round 2, Victorian super middleweight title on the line. Round 2 of 8. And a very even round in the first. Classic match of styles. Evan Themelakis landing the big bombs, heavy-handed. And Paul Bourke more the stylish stick and move boxer and showing some great skills, but he also did get caught on one occasion with a big right bomb of Themelakis, and they're down to it here in round 2. Is Bourke being the aggressor, getting inside and exchanging, and you spoke earlier, Paul, about maybe that's not the best strategy for Paul Bourke, not to get inside. He shouldn't be closing the distance, but standing on the outside and playing to his strengths.
That's right. Yeah, he's the other guy, Evan, is just out boxing him with the strength in close.
Themelakis has some pedigree in his corner. Sahila Mercurio, who represented Ethiopia. He's a 12-year Olympic coach, and he's a 9-times African champ. And he's also got Johnny Sheeta, who's brought across from his kickboxing career in Themelakis. There's some great experience in his corner. The fights continue the pattern from round 1. Themelakis moving forward, trying to land his bomb. And Bourke trying to show his evasive skills, but he should watch himself. Bourke's got a good right cross. He's got some good skills, but doesn't seem to have the power at this stage to hold Themelakis off court.
No, I think he should be fighting his own fight and moving around a little bit more, trying to match him, with the punches that he's doing at the moment.
When he stands on the outside here, he looks good. When he's inside here, Themelakis is having most of it his own way and lands a good body shot and a good left hook. And Paul Bourke standing stationary on the ropes, using a good strategy, and a body shot looks like it's hurt Paul Bourke here. That's a pivotal moment in the fight, and now Themelakis moves into finish. Paul Bourke really shouldn't stand in one spot here, and Themelakis having it his own way as he moves in for the kill, sensing an opportunity with those body shots. Both fighters look like they're in good condition. Paul Bourke's best strategy is to stay there in the middle, and that looks like it's changed the fight here, Paul.
Yes, not all that much, but
Bourke's legs did look a little bit rubbery, but he looks like he's recovered at this stage from that body shot. And lands a straight right. Themelakis might struggle to keep up the work rate he's had here in the first 2 rounds. He's definitely trying to work the body as Bourke moves in. Lands a body shot of his own.
I think Paul seems to be hooking those punches around where he should be getting them right throwing them down the centre.
How do you have that round, Paul?
I'd give that one to Evan.
Themelakis, he's got a 2 rounds to 0 right now.
He's behind.
Yep.
Come on, boys, school out.
Round 3, Victorian super middleweight title, and Evan Themelakis' power seems to be getting the better of things in the first 2 rounds, Paul, but he didn't have it his own way. Paul Bourke initiated a lot of exchanges and still landed a lot of good scoring shots.
He has, but he's also missing with a lot too.
And hence that's why we've both given the first 2 rounds to Evan Themelakis here, but it's an 8-round fight, and Paul Bourke does have some good skills. Really needs to keep his distance from Evan Themelakis. Try and take away his power, try and do something different. Themelakis, if his conditioning holds, looks like he's threatening to run away with this fight. Themelakis does have a cut on his nose. Doesn't look too bad at this stage. It's the first blood we've seen drawn in the fight. So Paul Bourke's piston jab is starting to find a home there, right on the nose. Themelakis doing some great work to the body, and that could be a factor in this fight.
Yeah, I think he's starting to tire a little bit actually.
Well, he has put a stunning work rate together in those first 2 rounds, and it is an 8-round fight. So maybe that's Coburg's strategy, stay in there. Don't expend too much energy and see what happens in the later rounds.
Yeah, well, I think his strategy might be working.
Then there's always that X factor, and that's what Themelakis has, the ability to land a booming right, and it looks like Bourke's in a bit of trouble again, but managed to get out of trouble in the corner, and coming in tight to exchange, standing right in front of Evan Themelakis, and that's not to be advised, but he's very, very brave, putting on a good fight as Paul Bourke.
Yes, he's certainly putting on a good fight, but he's just not landing too many punches. He's throwing a lot of punches, but not landing them.
Big overhand right, knocks the mouth guard of Paul Bourke out of his mouth. Ignatius Michelides getting the mouth guard clean, but that was a big shot there that landed on Paul Bourke, and he might have some conditioning issues at this stage as well, because he's had some good work rate. And it does look like he's in a bit of bother here, as Evan Themelakis standing to land some big shots. Paul Bourke works his way off the ropes. I wouldn't be recommending standing there and taking those shots. As Evan Themelakis moves across the ring, blood now starting to trickle, looking to land that big bomb. As Paul Bourke stands tight and lands a big shot, and that could put Paul Bourke in serious trouble as some body shots land. But he's no shortage of heart. He's got skills, and he's certainly got toughness as Paul Bourke. Sporadically, he's landing that big straight right, but this is looking like all Evan Themelakis. He's again showing great work rate, Paul. We thought he was tiring.
Yeah, we did. He's come back again, hasn't he? Vengeance.
16 and 2 as kickboxer.
Oh,
in the ring a few times. And Paul Bourke comes roaring back into it and lands some good shots. As Themelakis fighting off the ropes. Paul Bourke initiating those exchanges, showing great heart here. In the 3rd round, as Themelakis lands a big right hand, and down goes Bourke for the count. Took one shot too many. Ignatius Michelides. And saved by the bell there in the 3rd round. A huge knockdown to Evan Themelakis.
Wow, I didn't see that one coming.
It was going to come. It was going to come. The big right hand was going to come.
But it,
Seconds out, round 4.
Let's go.
Next is the start.
Round 4 of an all guts and glory Victorian super middleweight stoush between Evan Themelakis and Paul Bourke. Themelakis in the black trunks with white piping, and very, very brave Paul Bourke went down at the end of the last round, and he looks like he could be in trouble again here as Themelakis closes in for the kill, and it's assuming a traditional pattern. Paul Bourke now starting to take some serious shots there, but there's no quit in him. He keeps moving forward, Paul. These two, what a great fight.
Yeah, it is a great fight, and Paul needs to sort of move around a little bit more. He's just getting in the way there when Evan's throwing his punches. He's cutting them left, right and centre.
He needs to get on his bike, and he needs to
move around,
start executing a plan B here, because Evan Themelakis dropped him with a huge right hand at the end of round 3, and if this pattern doesn't change, Paul Bourke's taking some really big shots, and this fight will come to an end. So let's see what he's got in the bag. Let's see what him and trainer Stuart Stokes can come up with. But he also had some great moments there in round 3.
Threw some good punches too, yeah.
And he stunned Evan Themelakis one stage on the ropes. Themelakis didn't have it all his own way, but certainly dominated, and it was a 10-8 round.
They hit him with a good uppercut there, didn't he, on the corner, on the ropes there.
It was a great uppercut, and needs to do more of that.
Yeah.
And that's what he needs to do more of. Pick him off from the outside.
Jab and move with him. Yeah, he's got to jab and move with him. He shouldn't be trying to match punches with him. The other guy's a bit too strong for him. And not only that, because of his longer arms, he's not going to be able to match his punching rate.
Themelakis moving forward, pressing the attack, looking to land that big right hand. Bourke staying out of trouble for now. It may not be too long. Fights off the ropes like an absolute warrior is Paul Bourke, fighting off the ropes again. And that lateral movement really shouldn't be standing there on the inside. It's very brave. It may mean he doesn't finish out this fight if Evan Themelakis doesn't tire and his conditioning looks good.
Looks a bit weary. There he goes. That's it. That's what he should be doing all the time, jabbing that left hand out, and he's going to get him all the time.
Stick and move, and that's his best strategy in Coburg. We are at the very close to the midpoint of this fight.
But he's hitting him all the time with that left hand. If he just
Evan Themelakis is starting to look like his condition is coming up short here in the 4th round. Coburg, sensing opportunity, moves forward, having his best round of the fight so far. Sticking and moving. He's not being a stationary target. Themelakis' power. And also, overhand right is an X factor. If you can keep him at distance, then it's a lot easier for him to evade those punches as Themelakis moves forward. Two Thai warriors, fantastic round 4. How did you have that one?
Put up a better performance.
Seconds out, round 5.
Go, guys. Score out.
Round 5, Victorian super middleweight title, a vigorous bout between Paul Bourke, and he's from Berwick, and Evan Themelakis, 34, from Yarraville. And it's been all Themelakis so far, but at the end of round 4 there, you sense that Paul Bourke was working his way back into this fight.
I thought so. I think he's starting to wake up to himself and trying to match Evan with these punches. He's just not strong enough. And with the jabs that he changed his style, and I think he'll might have learned something out of trying to punch it out with him.
And my learned co-host is, of course, Paul Ferrari, Commonwealth champion, had a world title shot against the great Carlos Zarate. And you've been in this situation before where you've been patient and you've ended up winning the fight. So Paul Bourke, even though the cards are against him right now, if he can stay there and stick to the plan that he started to roll out there in round 4 and not get caught in Themelakis' game, he's a chance, Paul.
Oh, I think so. Yes, he's like if he adapts the style that he did this previous round, he'll there he goes again. That's good. Yeah.
3 and 4 punch combination then landed by Paul Bourke, and this could come down to Themelakis' conditioning. And Themelakis has fought a couple of times this year, and he's got kickboxing bouts as well, but his conditioning here,
that's right,
could be found wanting and may turn this into a very interesting second half of the fight. Really an age differential, and he's hurt, and that's a big shot there for Paul Bourke. Ignatius Missolidis has gone down.
The referee's gone down with him.
And that's been waved off by Ignatius Missolidis. Paul Bourke in trouble, and that brings to a close a very entertaining fight, and a big win to Evan Themelakis, who's shown he can close out fights even when he's starting to tire, and that was great conditioning. Great fight.
It was a good fight, yes. I mean, I don't know. I think Paul needs to sort of look at himself again and watch this movie of what's happened tonight, and.
You know why? As he was like that, I knew you were going to go. Yeah, that's why I jumped in.
We congratulate our new Victorian super middleweight champion, Evan Themelakis. Now that a big round of applause for Yannick Bourke, 2004.
Good win. That was MMA training.
And that 3 cheers for Evan. Evan? Evan? Evan?
No.
Evan, a great family of boxing, kickboxing people. It takes some time. Okay, welcome back to Zurich's Janta by General Theatre, Coburg Stadium. Friday, October 1st, 2010, AFL Grand Final, Replay Eve. 8 rounds of international women's super middleweight
This one
boxing.
is Susie Ramadan and Satralis.
Introducing first in the blue corner from Bangkok,
Don't worry
Thailand.
about that.
Boxing, kickboxing, and Muay Thai specialist. Ring close from white,
She's a Thai
gold,
girl, huh?
and red. At 54.80 kilograms with Dip and Team George in the corner. Great professional fights. We welcome
Susie
back
and
to
Satralis.
Melbourne,
Yeah.
Australia. Sat Ringlet Paradon Jim from Thailand. And in the cross ring, Big Mercy Senior, Ben Brizzy Jr., Ronnie Roscoe, Sam Brizzy,
Satriel 6.
Julie Ramadan, with the young lady from Preston Kickboxing from Reservoir, Victoria. 16 rounds, 16 wins, 6-5 knockout. 2 times WBF World Champion, OPBF Australian Bantamweight Champion, and 54.35 kilograms, Royal Lion trunks for the Township Black. We welcome the gold and yellow Aussie boxing, Susie Q. Ramadan. Referee Wayne Sharon, Judge Ron Butler, Ignition Visitors, Nicola Williams Sharon. Here we go, International Boxing.
Welcome to the Coburg Town Hall. The date is October 1, 2010, and you're watching Fight 4 of the Charlie Liperata Ringside Promotions Fight Night, brought to you by Doherty's Gym. I'm Patrick Skeen, and joining me as co-host tonight is the legend, former Commonwealth champion and world title contender, Paul Ferrari. How you doing, Paul?
Yeah, great. The fights have been really good here tonight. So
Indeed they have, and this is a
I think
pedigree
this one,
fight.
yeah,
Susie Ramadan in the black and aqua trunks, and Satralik Paradorn Jim in the green trunks with the red, yellow and white trim. And Satralik is a Muay Thai specialist, and she's fought in Japan, and she's fought Susie Ramadan before. This is a rematch of their earlier fight, which Susie Ramadan stopped Satralik in 4 rounds, and Susie Ramadan, a skilled practitioner, Paul.
yes, you know, she's become quite a hero in Melbourne.
Susie's worked her way up to a 16-0 record, and she's up against Satralik, who is 1-2 in boxing. And Susie's the Australian Super Bantamweight champ, the OPBF Super Bantamweight, and the WBF Super Bantamweight champ. And that's the belt she's defending tonight. And Susie's had 107 rounds, and she trains out of the Brizzy Brothers gym in Preston, the Brizzy famous gym in Preston in the amateur world. And this is their rising professional. Top 10 rated in the WBC, and she means business. Great to watch, isn't she, Paul?
She's got.
She hurt Satralik there with a big left hook. Satralik goes reeling back. And that's the first meaningful exchange and punch landed in the fight, and it goes to Susie Q. Satralik trying to counter with the right, but Susie Q's improved greatly since they last fought in 2008. And Satralik already feeling the effects of Susie Q's power in this first round.
Yeah, I think the Thai girl needs to do a little bit more than what she's doing if she's going to.
Bother Susie Q. She really needs to get on a bike and get some lateral movement going. So Susie Q will close in for the kill. Susie Q setting off her tremendous jab, trying to counter their Satralik, and Satralik trying to fight back. But it's looking, even at these early stages in round 1, that she's outmatched here by Susie Q. First round, Susie Q Ramadan.
No, that was very good by Susie Q, and she's won this one outright. So.
Round 2, bantamweight, 8 by 2 minute rounds. It's 53.5 kilos. Susie Ramadan in the black and aqua, having it all her own way against Satralik Paradorn Jim in the first round. These two have fought before, and this shows how much Susie's improved, Paul.
Yeah, she has, you know, over the. How many fights has she had now altogether?
She's 16-0.
16-0, well, yeah.
And this fight was supposed to be against Ghanaian Yankor Chavez Annan, but she had visa problems, so Susie will be fighting her on the 21st of November. And Satralik Paradorn Jim has stepped up for this fight. It's looking all Susie here at the start of round 2. Satralik trying to land that straight right. That's her calling card. And it doesn't look like at this stage it'll be enough to hold Susie off. And Susie lands a pistol left jab. And it's looking like a replay. Big right hand, straight right from Susie Ramadan. Drops Satralik Paradorn Jim. Referee Wayne Ashdown puts the count on Satralik, but it doesn't look like she's getting up. And that's what you want. You want to develop that power. And that's a big knockout win to Susie Ramadan.
So many people doubted me. Well, I'm on time, look at me now. Love for that bleeding in the street.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 58 seconds in round 2. Taking your ring to a perfect 17 out of 17. New World Champion, OPP for the Australian Champion, Susie Ramadan.
Susie.
Okay, officially 17 big wins, 17 fights, Susie Ramadan. Referee Wayne Ashdown, congratulate the winner.
Malco, who's got
Thank
the
you, Mr.
Malco?
Howard Lee.
He's got it in there.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you look around the world at the trouble and strife, this little country we should be proud of. It gives me great pleasure to sing this song called Australians, oh, let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil, our home is good by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty rich and so rare. So in history's page, oh, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia fair. Yeah, God bless you all. Thank you. I'll put you back to your ring announcer, Mr. Howard Lee.
Thank you, Brian Young. Your supervisor of the WBA World Boxing Association, Pan Asian Boxing Association, Super Middleweight Championships, Mr. Bradford Cowley. Your ringside position,
seen his
Dr. Ben
calves?
Lewis. Timekeepers of the belt, Chris Anderson,
You don't want
Jr.,
theory on
Tom
calves.
Davis. Your referee in charge of this championship fight under 10-point must system, Ignatius Miscellaneous. Your judges, Wayne Ashdown, Brian Butler, and Nina Williams-Sharrett. Representing the Professional Boxing Combat Sports Board, Scott Brow, 2 times Aussie champ, Michael Ashton, Malcolm McGuinness. Your points supervisor, administrator, Mr. Noel Sharp from the Gold Coast. Here we go. Jungle Fever, Charlie
What
Nicoletta,
were the
ringside
last
promotion.
Commonwealth Games there? What year was that?
2006
Well, what do we want to do? Move the referee away. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the Coburg Stadium, Paris Productions, Friday Night Fights, AFL Grand Final
got a new
replay.
one. He's won.
Are you ready to rock? Are you ready to box? We talk that talk, but can you walk that walk? She will. She's still. And now it's time to face the music. You've seen the rest. Let's get ready for Charlie Liberata's best. Power to the people. Here we go, 12 rounds of boxing. Will you welcome in the blue corner with Terry Devlin, Southern Cross Boxing, with Team Kwadjo, originally from Ghana, Accra, Ghana, the home of Zuma Nelson, then New Zealand, Samoa, now Suva, Fiji, ranked by Ray Wheatley, number 11 contender in the world.
12 rounds.
National Boxing Federation.
We're going to know.
Reigning IBF Australasian Super Middleweight Champion.
It's going to be interesting to
Also
see if Yannick does the 12 rounds.
Intercontinental Super Middleweight Champion.
He tends to tire out
23
at
fights,
times.
20 wins, 3 losses, 15 inside distance. Wearing predominantly black trunks. Ladies and gentlemen, 76.20 kilograms. He's 25 years of age. Ladies and gentlemen, when you welcome the pride of Usu, Joseph Kwadjo. And across the ring, from Cameroon, Bartlett Roy. He's Melbourne's own. Trained and noticed by Charlie Liberata. 10 fights, 9 wins, 1 loss, 6 inside distance. Wearing predominantly gold trunks with a touch of lime green. Represented Cameroon, his native country. Melbourne 2006 Commonwealth Games at 75.65 kilograms. Ladies and gentlemen, when you welcome the Warrior, Serge Yannick. 12 rounds of boxing. Here we go, Ignition.
And welcome to the Coburg Town Hall. It's main event time. The date is October 1, 2010, and this is the 5th fight of the Charlie Liperata Ringside Promotions Fight Night, brought to you by Doherty's Gym. I'm Patrick Skeeting. Joining me as co-host is the legend, former Commonwealth champion and world title contender, Paul Ferrari. How are you doing, Paul?
Yeah, good, mate.
So we come to your commentators, Patrick Skeeting, Paul Ferrari.
I'm looking forward to this one, and it's Serge Yannick, and he's in the, how can we describe them, Paul? The camouflage pants.
Yeah, he's
Gold,
going to war
gold, green
tonight.
and brown, and he's Cameroonian, 27 years old, 9-1,
Round one.
and he's taking up Joseph Kwadjo and Ghana from Ghana in the black trunks and the Ghanaian colours, which are red, yellow, and green. And the two African kings are getting down tonight, and it's the interim PABA super middleweight title, 76.2 kilos, and it's 12 3-minute rounds. And it's the Warrior versus the Pride of Osu. Cameroon versus Ghana. African Kings, Paul, a lot to get excited about.
Yeah, these boys were here for the Commonwealth Games, of course, and they've had quite a number of amateur fights. I think Yannick's had about 150 amateur fights.
A great amateur.
So these boys are very experienced in their field.
And one thing we know is Joseph Kwadjo has power. He stopped Jamie Pittman in his last outing. And these two are going toe-to-toe early. Neither of them landing a significant, meaningful punch so far. Just feeling out in the first round. Serge looking to give him, Joseph Kwadjo, a taste of his power. And Kwadjo displaying a good jab early. Honours even so far, Paul.
Even at this stage.
But what we've got is a good hand speed and potential for a great fight.
Yeah, very quick. Yeah, he's
And
the
Yannick
Ghanaian is very, very quick with his left jab.
And Yannick with Charlie Liperata in his corner is looking to move on to big things. And Joseph Kwadjo, I'm glad these two have come together to fight this title. Joseph Kwadjo based out of Fiji now, and ranked 24 in the world, and he won in Ghana. Great exchanges, big rip, left rip to the body there by Yannick. First significant punch of the fight, letting Kwadjo know he's got the full arsenal. Textbook left rip to the body. Kwadjo looking to land his overhand right, and that was the punch that got the money against stopping Jamie Pittman in round 7 of their last fight. Serge looking like he's got the power differential here as Kwadjo moves in. Serge covers up in the corner, counter punches his way out. Combination. Kwadjo landing some body shots of his own. This is really developing already. Fight of the year contender. Serge Yannick firing off that left jab and trying to land his trademark left hook. Kwadjo not flinching in the face of this. Paul, thoughts so far?
Well, very close, mate.
What do you like about Serge Yannick so far?
Well, he's taking his time and throwing some good. But I think the both of the fighters are just feeling themselves out. In the first couple of rounds, I think they will be doing that. And
Joseph Kwadjo showing he's not going to take a backward step.
Step back. Box.
And that's pretty important. Serge firing off a combination there, landing again. And starting to land some good shots on Kwadjo. And combined Serge getting the better of the first round.
Yeah, I think Serge took the first round.
Mouth guard. Serge, mouth guard.
Round 2, interim PBA super middleweight title. Serge Yannick in the camouflage trunks. For us, getting the better of the first round against Joseph Kwadjo. Kwadjo showed he's going to step forward and show his full arsenal of punches. He's got a great left jab and looking to land that big overright we know he has. Really good quality hand speed and good ring generalship. Really entertaining fight. Serge Yannick lands a good straight right there. Stuns Joseph Kwadjo. Looking to land some power shots. Kwadjo smiling, coming forward himself. Showing really no fear for Serge Yannick's power. Like a chess match playing out, Paul.
Yeah, good. Serge has he's got a nice left rip and hook, and I think if he uses that one through the fight, I think he get an advantage in every round.
And Serge counter-punching beautifully off the ropes there, landing some significant scoring shots. Kwadjo trying to blast his way through and works a left body shot. Serge landing a significant high volume of punches here and a good uppercut. He's really got Kwadjo off balance. Serge looking to have the edge in power at this stage. Kwadjo moving forward, you know he has power as well. Trying to land that jab. Big straight right landed by Serge. A good exchange. Kwadjo moves forward, lands left the body. Kwadjo hasn't lost since 2005. 5-year winning streak on the line here. Serge's only loss has been to Michael Bolling, Australian champion, in a fight of the year from 2009. It's a real pedigree. And Serge lying back a lot on the ropes, Paul. That seems to be a strategy.
Yeah, he's nice and relaxed and throwing his punches and just using the ropes to his advantage.
Both fighters have predicted a knockout. Joseph Kwadjo said by the 7th round, and Serge has said in the later rounds as Kwadjo lands a good left jab, it's Serge straight in, landing uppercuts. Good variety of punches, Paul, from Serge Yannick. He's throwing them from all angles.
Exactly, yeah. And he's got to keep doing that all the time and use that left rip and left hook.
Both fighters exchanging uppercuts and some few exchanges in the middle of the ring. And neither fighter willing to give here. This is a very interesting fight. Serge backing onto the ropes on the occasion, but using the ropes. Oh, Nations Mr. Ladies warned Serge Yannick for fighting on the bell, for punching on the break. Joseph Kwadjo's mouthpiece is getting replaced. Sam Columban, fellow Cameroonian, in the corner of Serge Yannick, yelling some instructions in Cameroonian that we can't quite get on top of, Paul. What would he be saying?
Oh, I haven't got a clue, mate.
keep doing what you're doing, I think he'd be saying. Keep doing what you're doing. Land those punches.
I think he's trying to tell him to throw more right hands.
Yep.
Step back. Box.
Control the distance. Big body shot. Nations Mr. Ladies. Looks like that may have caught Joseph Kwadjo. Referee Ignatius Missalades calls a timeout to allow Joseph Kwadjo to recover, and also issues a first warning there to Serge Yannick to keep those punches up, and it's a fine line with those body punches, Paul. Sometimes they can slip below the belt, particularly if the belt tied. Serge Yannick is roared back in, and these two go toe-to-toe. Some bad blood between the two African kings at the end of round 2. The crowd's really fired up here, Paul.
He certainly is, yeah. And I think the two fighters are they're fired up also. This bloke's trying to hit him with one punch.
Round 3, and it's war at Coburg Town Hall. Paul Ferrari, it ended in a very vigorous fashion. How did you have round 2?
I think Serge had a slight advantage over that one.
Serge Yannick jumped straight over Joseph Kwadjo as he recovered from that low blow and really seemed to steal that round 2. And what a great exchange it was. And here we are, round 3. They're in the centre of the ring. Serge looking to impose himself again. And Kwadjo, left rip to the body. Good exchanges, not many of those punches getting through from Kwadjo. And Serge landing the more effective punches again earlier. Showing good evasive skills. He's still not afraid to rip to the body. Great exchanges, a good left jab there from Kwadjo. Both standing, neither fighter yielding.
Let's get busy in there.
This shaping is a good one, Paul.
Yeah, it is. It's going to be a good fight. They're still only in the second round, so there's still a lot of rounds to go. Tactics will obviously change over the later rounds.
And it's going to come down to conditioning as well.
Exactly.
Both fighters wanting to pace themselves for the 12 rounds. And these two going toe-to-toe, exchanging blows, furious. The African Kings putting on a show already here in the 5th round. Nations Special Ladies again warns Serge Yannick to keep those gloves up. I don't seem to be intentional.
He tends to do it, yeah.
That left rip is hitting on and around the belt line. Kwadjo's still employing that good jab, and it is enough to keep Serge off and try and control the distance. This fight flattening out here in round 3. Great body work from both fighters. Left rip to the body. Kwadjo with a straight right. Serge responds with a straight right. Good exchange in the centre of the ring. Neither fighter yielding. Big right hand sails over the top. Serge Yannick. Kwadjo trying to set up off the jab.
Listen, watch your shoulder, okay? When you push in. Look.
That's a surprise to a lot of people here that Kwadjo hasn't yet yielded to Yannick's power. That left jab is peppering away. It's doing its job, isn't it, Paul?
It has, yes. He's been on the ball all the time he's thrown it.
And he seems to be employing a good strategy with that jab.
Yep.
Keeping Serge from getting inside and landing his power shots.
Yeah, he's waiting for Yannick to throw the punches and counter-attacking.
And his pedigree, Joseph Kwadjo, he's a former sparring partner of the Ghanaian Grandmaster Josh Cloddies. He landed some big shots on Serge there. And first time Serge backs up under the power and Serge comes roaring back with a left and a right. Big left hooks to the body, looking like the African Tyson we've seen. Serge landing 3 or 4. Some serious counter-attack. Looks like he's got Joseph Kwadjo hurt as the bell goes to end the third round. Big finale there for Serge Yannick. Round 4, the showdown. It's the African Kings getting down for the PABA super middleweight title. Furious round 3, Paul Ferrari. And it looked like Joseph Kwadjo was starting to get into the fight for the first time, but Serge was brutalising him at the end there and landed 3 or 4 really significant punches. And they're back at it here in the 4th round. What are your thoughts, Paul?
Yeah, well, he certainly hurt his opponent, Yannick, and I thought he was going to stop him there for a second until the bell went.
Joseph Kwadjo showing no effects of round 3 as Serge Yannick counters his way back off the ropes, and Kwadjo throwing a lot of punches, not a great deal of them scoring, and Serge showing some great defensive skills and counter-punch skills here, making Kwadjo miss. What do you think about that strategy, Paul, staying on the ropes and luring him in?
Yeah, it's tending, he's waiting for the Tojo to just throw his punches, and then he's leaning back on the ropes and coming back with the straight right and the lefts and rights.
And Kwadjo sticking to his game plan, landing that left hook to the body, and then coming with that big booming overhand right. He's got power in that right hand, that's what we do know. We're only in the 4th round here of a 12-round fight. Serge lands a big overhand right. Some good combinations, getting the better of these exchanges. Kwadjo counters again with a big right of his own. Now it's Kwadjo and his turn on the ropes, and he counters off the ropes. Serge moving forward. Ball action here between the African Kings in round 4.
Yeah,
could you ask him what for?
Yannick should be throwing more right hands, I think, because Tojo's is open to that right hand. See, he's hit him again there. See, every time he throws it, he's open to that right hand.
Yannick now teeing off with some good shots, following his game plan, left to the body. Paul Ferrari says he looks like he's got Joseph Kwadjo in his
He's hurt him there.
Kwadjo, some magic powers of recovery, launches back into this fight, but you really feel this round heading the way of Serge Yannick. Kwadjo now backing up for the first time, going back to his fundamentals of the jab, but he's getting hit with some big shots now. He's looking tired and moving in for the clinch. Cumulative effect of those punches working through, Paul.
Yeah, I think they're both getting tired there. It's punch for punch all between them, isn't it?
Joseph Kwadjo breathing heavily now, looking to evade the onslaught of Serge Yannick, and Serge Yannick's breathing pretty heavily too.
He looks very weak on his feet, that Ghanaian.
This could be a battle of attrition. Both these guys. The work rate stopped now, and Serge launches back into it. Watertight defense tonight, Serge. None of those punches getting through from Joseph Kwadjo. In turn, Serge throwing some big punches. A lot of scoring punches for him in this round. Very much all Serge Yannick right now. Great round, Serge Yannick.
Yeah, the Ghanaian threw quite a lot of punches there, but he was missing him. I think the first one that breaks is going to get knocked out.
And round 5 of the interim PABA super middleweight title, and Serge Yannick and Joseph Kwadjo are putting on a great display. And that last round was Serge Yannick again. As you said, Paul, a lot of punches thrown by Kwadjo, but not many of them landing.
No, Serge has been avoiding the punches and just leaning back off those ropes.
Joseph Kwadjo forming sparring partner of Josh Cloddy. Cloddy's fought the Pac-Man, Cotto, Margarito, Judah, Corrales. So he's been in there with the best. He's been a pro since 2003. Hasn't lost till 2005, but he's got his hands full here with the African warrior, Serge Yannick, who's landing the more significant punches, ring generalship, effective aggression, defense, and clean punching. He's done it all here tonight, but he hasn't had all his own way, and Kwadjo's had his moments, but not enough of them. Paul, we're really still only early in the fight.
Still only early, yes. This is the 5th round, so there's still a long way to go.
You fought a lot of 12-round fights. It's 15-round fights. Yes. You were from.
Yeah, we used to fight 15 rounds then. Now they're only fighting.
Just getting
12
warmed up at the 4th round.
Yeah. We always thought the last 3 rounds of the 15-round fight is the championship rounds.
Well, you get the feeling we're going to have 2 very tired lads at the end of this one if they keep up this pace. And already we see here in round 5 the work rate's down, and these 2 having a bit of rest before the inevitable explosion by Serge Yannick as he backs Joseph Kwadjo into the corner. It's the Ghanaian versus the Cameroonian as Kwadjo lands a counter right. But it's still all Serge working the corner, both guys working the body and upstairs. Some great boxing skills on display by both fighters. Kwadjo showing the strength. We can't forget he did explode out of the blocks in round 7 to stop Jamie Pittman, so he's shown that he can come on later in the fight. But Serge landing some great shots there as Kwadjo shows his strength and bulls Serge out of the corner. The African Warriors move to the centre of the ring to continue their exchange.
Yes, I think it's a
Great
case.
entertainment for the crowd tonight.
It is. Yes, I think it just depends on the one that breaks first.
Yeah, they look like they're getting their breath back. The punch output's a lot lower in this, and it's Kwadjo wouldn't mind turning this into a bit of an alley war, turning a bit tight, but some of these rounds are evenly contested for great parts of the round, and Serge takes over.
Don't hold, Joseph.
Yeah, I can't see this pace being.
Yeah, you feel something's got to give as Kwadjo walks back into it, and he's shown he's got chin, but he can also bang, and he shows that. And Serge backs up onto the ropes. Kwadjo catches him, and Serge landing counters again. Excellent work by Serge. Fast hands. Really putting on a great clinic. Great left jab. End of round 5. How did you have that one, Paul?
Oh, that's pretty. A little bit even there.
Kwadjo doing up. Round 6 and the sparks are flying. The PABA super middleweight title. Serge Yannick putting on a great display of skills, but he's not having it all his own way against the Ghanaian, Fijian Joseph Kwadjo, who's getting through with that jab on occasion. And Paul, how did you have that last round?
Yeah, I gave that one to the Ghanaian.
First round to Joseph Kwadjo, which shows he could be coming on in this fight. I had it to
He's got to do a lot more than this, yeah. He's missing with a lot of punches there, even though he's throwing a lot of punches, but he needs to be a little bit more accurate.
I echo your comment in the last round. You just get the feeling one of these fighters is going to break through here. Someone has to fatigue. It's a stirring pace put on by these 2 African warriors as Kwadjo moves forward, backing the Cameroonian, now Australian Serge Yannick, came across in the 2006 Olympics and has been one of the bright lights on the Victorian boxing scene, accumulating his record of 9-1. But he's in the fight of his life so far here against Joseph Kwadjo, who just won't give in. He keeps backing up, trying to find a chink in the armour of Serge Yannick and trying to land that trademark overhand right, which is the punch that could break through here if it does, against the pretty good defence tonight of Serge Yannick. You've got to give it to him. He's made Joseph Kwadjo miss quite a few times.
He has, yeah.
This would give Serge Yannick a signature win over a name opponent, and that's what he needs right now. He's stepping up. Kwadjo with the hands down now, inviting Serge in, and Serge pulls him over, and that's a slip. No malicious intent at all. Ignatius Missladies checks him.
He got pushed there, I think.
Fight on. Attack! Serge still looking sharp, alert. Kwadjo pressing forward. Intriguing clash of styles, Paul. They've both been trying to land their body shots. And,
that's right, yeah.
And both boxing, and sometimes they're both brawling. They're both mixing it up as required. Great counter punching there from Serge, landing 2 or 3 punches. Serge rips to the body. Kwadjo rips to the body. Great exchange. Serge getting the better of things. Great evasive skills, making Kwadjo miss. But Kwadjo's still there, right on his chest, applying the pressure.
First warning.
Yeah, you notice the boys are going to the belly, and then switching to the head and switching to the body.
It just shows the pedigree of the two fighters we've got in front of us. You're a great body puncher in you tormented some guys with your body shots in your...
Yeah, we knocked out a few with the body shots.
And now you, as a trainer, it's one of the important things you teach your boxers?
Yeah, defence. I like, people or fighters to have some sort of defence. Just like water on a rock, it wears you down, every punch you cop.
Big finale there for Serge Yannick with that.
Get the stool out. Wipe it down, George.
Round 7 and the bell signals the resumption of war between Joseph Kwadjo, the Ghanaian Fijian, and Serge Cameroon, the 9-1 African warrior. Paul, how did you have that last round?
Yeah, it wasn't all that much in it, You could, I suppose, give it one way or the other.
Yeah, for me, Serge was getting the better of the exchanges. I've only seen Kwadjo really having one round. This is the round that Joseph Kwadjo stopped Jamie Pittman. So, yeah, we've seen him do it before. It's interesting if he can stay with Serge. Serge power punches. Kwadjo seems unfazed. He's sitting right in the firing zone with Serge Yannick, and he's trying to land that right hand. And as you said, like water on a rock, they're both trying to break each other down through the body.
Exactly, yeah.
Stop. Over there. Time. Cut that.
Bit of tapes come off.
Joseph Kwadjo has boxed 109 rounds to Serge Yannick's 53 rounds. So he's had double the rounds. He's got a lot of experience. He's been here from 4. He's fought in Samoa. He's fought across the Pacific. He lived in New Zealand for a while. So he doesn't mind the travelling boxer's life. Just like my co-host Paul Ferrari, love getting on the road and showing your skills. You've got to be able to fight anywhere if you want that big shot in America or the UK or in Germany. And that's what Serge Yannick's aiming for. So Joseph Kwadjo, a road warrior here, and he's showing all of his experience. He's still in this fight with Serge Yannick. Serge Yannick would be clearly ahead on points. Kwadjo knows this is only midway through the 7th round. We're only halfway through the fight. Serge Yannick now getting back to his trademark jab as Kwadjo lands a straight right there. They don't have to go too far to find each other, these two. They've been on each other all night. Hardly any clinching. A couple of times as Kwadjo lands a couple of good punches on Serge. And Serge is a bit stunned by that, backing along the ropes. We haven't seen this from Serge Yannick at any stage during the fight. And Kwadjo for the first time has hurt Serge Yannick.
He's moving away, yeah.
And Serge seems a little bit disoriented here as he comes back. We'd like to see a few more punches from Serge. Kwadjo's really felt Kwadjo's power the first time, and he looks a bit disoriented. And it's that overhand right, that big boom, and Kwadjo senses blood, and he's moving forward. His punch output's increased, and Paul Serge Yannick looks like he needs time to pull himself together here. Definitely backing up under Joseph Kwadjo's power. Real fight on our hands, Paul. This is definitely turned.
Yes, like I said earlier on, there's still a long way to go.
Like water on a rock, you said, indeed it has. Kwadjo sat there and pressured, and now he's dominating here in round 7. And it looks like he's picking up like the true have gloves, will travel professional that he is. And Serge Yannick holding on for the first time in the fight.
It's work.
It's your Serge. It's a pivotal moment as Joseph Kwadjo works to the body. Serge moving forward, again catching a big straight right from Joseph Kwadjo. And Serge countering attack here and coming back and lands a left. And Kwadjo lands another left of his own. And it's toe-to-toe here between the African King. Close off. Big round 7.
Oh, eh? This is a...
Get the stool out.
Round 8, and it's war between Joseph Kwadjo, the Ghanaian warrior, the pride of Osu, versus Serge Yannick. And Paul, it was all Joseph Kwadjo in round 7. The fight seemed to change momentum.
Exactly, yeah. I think it can change from round to round. Be quiet, please.
Let it go.
Serge Yannick, the Cameroonian warrior, and it's hasn't been all Serge, Paul.
No, it's sort of going back and forwards all the time, isn't it?
Yeah. It's a momentum swing in Joseph Kwadjo, looking like he's... Serge Yannick now, looks like he's caught Joseph Kwadjo as we start round 8, landing some significant shots now, and Kwadjo's not firing back, waiting to counter. And you never know with Joseph Kwadjo whether he's been caught seriously or not. Serge Yannick looking to land that big left hook of his, and it looks like he's got some renewed energy and vigour here in round 8. And Kwadjo not really throwing back here, looking like he might have spent too much energy there in that dramatic round 7 where he seemed to get on top of Yannick. And Yannick's burst back into it here, dominating with punch output. And Yannick certainly looks like he's back in the fray here, back in the game in what is a potential fight of the year. As these two move into round 8.
Let it go, boys. Take a step back. Hands up. Box.
Adelaide African Kings is living up to expectations. And here we are in round 8. And Serge Yannick showing no effects of a round 7 where he did appear stunned by Joseph Kwadjo and did some backpedaling. But now he's back on the front foot, making the play. Joseph Kwadjo not really doing much here. He's taken the first half of the round off. But he's demonstrated his power. And Serge will definitely have some respect for that power moving forward. He can't just simply stand and trade with Joseph Kwadjo because he can get caught. He really needs to go back to the game plan he was executing earlier, Paul.
Yes.
Serge Yannick throws 2 punches there, and Joseph Kwadjo evades them. Still got his defensive now, so both fighters look like they've taken a round off here. Serge has certainly done enough, but Kwadjo at any time can land those big power shots. And that's a round for Serge Yannick. He's back in the fight. Let's just punch up and lean forward and take him out of the mix. And it's round 9, the interim PABA super middleweight title, and Serge Yannick fights his way back in. Already has a commanding points lead. Joseph Kwadjo had a big round 7, and Serge was back on track in round 8. Really is going to come down to conditioning, isn't it, Paul?
That's right, yeah. I think whoever lasts the 12 rounds will eventually win the fight, I think.
Well, these guys are in tip-top shape. They had a round off in the last round, but they're back at it. Great skills by these two guys. And Serge starts his countering. Legs were a little rubbery there in round 7, but he's back on track. True African King style, he's showing what a warrior he is. Paul, do you feel any momentum shifts?
There seem to be still a lot of fight in them, isn't there? They haven't slowed down at all so far.
Joseph Kwadjo has Yannick on the ropes now. It's developed into a bit of an infighting alley war. I think that's the way Serge likes it. Serge lands a big left hook on Kwadjo. Kwadjo moves forward, unfazed, fancies himself now in an exchange of power, and Kwadjo relentless moving forward. Serge doing some great work to the midsection.
Joseph looks a bit hurt with that punch.
Serge fighting a good fight to start, a smart fight.
He's wobbling a bit.
Too much energy. It looks like Serge is getting through now, landing 3 or 4 uncontested shots. And now we see Kwadjo starting to back up as the crowd comes alive at Coburg Town Hall. Serge landing 7 or 8 power shots there and wobbling Kwadjo, but Kwadjo comes back in with his trademark left hook, all the time trying to get in position to land that big overhand right and straight right and right cross. All power laden. Adjustments need to be made by Kwadjo to get back into this fight.
Well, he needs to, try and hurt Serge. If he doesn't, then it's going to be a different story. He's hitting with some good punches now.
Serge definitely getting the better of things here in round 9. Landing big shots now. To feel the momentum turning, Paul. I really feel Serge is starting to take control.
He is in this round, yeah.
Looks like the good stamina. Kwadjo roars back out of the... Serge landing some big left hooks here.
I think the Ghanaian's starting to slow down.
Serge Yannick.
Come on.
Round 10 of an exhausting war for the interim PABA super middleweight title. Neither Joseph Kwadjo or Serge Yannick want to give in, but Serge Yannick's definitely got the momentum back in the last 2 rounds. Landing some huge power shots as these 2 fighters trade on the inside. Serge landing left with great hand speed, great combinations with Kwadjo sitting on his chest, not letting him get away. Ignatius Missilades there warns Joseph Kwadjo for an elbow. But these two just won't let up, will they, Paul?
No, that's right, but I think Serge is getting the feeling that his opponent's weakening. And it's given him...
We've had that feeling a few times tonight, and Joseph Kwadjo's come back into the mix. It's going to come down to a battle of conditioning in these championship rounds from 10 to 12, and you've been there, Paul, and if you haven't trained, you're in trouble, aren't you?
You certainly are, yeah.
Well, who's it going to be? Serge Yannick, the African warrior from Cameroon, now out of Glenroy in Victoria, trained by Charlie Broder as Serge. Back in, or is it going to be Pride of Bosu? Is he going to come on strong and try and take these later rounds? Kwadjo's still there, standing on the chest of Serge. Serge still can't back him up or break him. They're still working through each other in the body. Serge lands some great combinations left and right to the head. Impressed with Serge's hand speed tonight, Paul?
Yeah, he's... And also his fitness and his stamina, you know, he's in real peak fitness.
He's 9-1. So he's got that winning feeling. He's positioning himself for a shot at Michael Bolling to get revenge for his Australian title shot. He fell just short in a fight of the year, and this is evolving into a fight of the year as well, as Ignatius Missilades warns Joseph Kwadjo this time, warns Serge of hitting below the belt of Joseph Kwadjo.
Come on, Serge!
He's had quite a few warnings. He'll have to watch that, Paul, or he might lose a point. Joseph Kwadjo lands a big right there on Serge. He shakes him up a little bit. He goes off balance. As momentum shifts towards Kwadjo, as Kwadjo moves in for the kill, hunting like a predator. And Serge moves in for the clinch. Kwadjo landed 3 or 4 punches in the fight. May have swung again, Paul.
Exactly, yeah. Serge is hurt a little bit, and I think he's trying to wear it out.
Every once in a while, Kwadjo gives a serious reminder of that power that he has. Serge lands a shot at Kwadjo there, and Kwadjo looks like he's in a spot of bother. Seesawing battle between these two. And Kwadjo's looking tired again, starting to breathe heavily. Great round of boxing, both fighters, African kings. Paul, help me out.
Well, I think got to give that one to Serge.
PC's Central. Seconds out, round 11.
Round 11, interim PABA super middleweight title, and let the hostilities resume between Joseph Kwadjo in the Black Drunks, the pride of Osu in Ghana. He's from Accra, the home of Azuma Nelson, Joshua Clotty, Ike Quarte, all the great Ghanaian warriors, and he's up against Serge Yannick, the Cameroonian. And last round, again, one of those seesawing. You gave it to Serge, Paul.
Let's work, boys.
But another seesawing round. Great for the fans.
Yep. And like I say, I think the Ghanaians got to knock Serge out to get this fight tonight.
I would agree there. Although we're not the judges, it looks like Serge, if it does go the 12 rounds, Serge has banked enough rounds in his favour to have gotten to a comfortable lead. But then again, we're not the judges, and funny things have happened. Joseph Kwadjo to our eyes, would need a knockout from here. And he has the power to do it. And he's putting Serge is going to be come out of this. He's going to be good for the gallop, as they say in the racing industry, to get in 12 hard rounds. But it may not be over now as Kwadjo moves forward. And Serge looking to counter off the ropes, as he has all night, with a big left hook.
Let's work.
And these two still going at it. Full steam here in the 11th round, and what a show they've put on tonight. Kwadjo moving forward, landing his left jab, and Serge counter-punching all night long, initiating exchanges at times, and really putting on a great show for the fans here at Coburg. Again, these two warriors trading in the middle. Kwadjo still sticking to his plan of digging the body, and Serge standing there toe-to-toe in the middle of the ring, not giving in. Kwadjo trying to land the left, both fighters exhausted, leaning on each other, both doing great inside work. Nations Mission Ladies breaks in one of the rare times that needed to be broken tonight, Paul. Big left hook landed to the midsection of Kwadjo. While Serge there, 2 or 3 punches. Excellent shots there from Kwadjo, but Kwadjo moves forward into the fray. Serge landing at will now, having a great 11th round. Well, you've got to say Joseph Kwadjo's chin is fantastic.
He's taking a lot of punishment here.
Big shots.
They're going to be awfully sick in the morning.
And his ribs are going to know all about it as well.
Yeah.
It's been an all-out assault here from the Serge. Moves forward, sensing the kill, sensing the opportunity here. Joseph Kwadjo's punch output is way down. He's starting to hold on now.
He seemed to have lost his coordination now, hasn't he?
We've seen him, thought he's lost his mojo, and he's roared back into it. He does have that one-punch power as we come to the end of round 11, and it's all Yannick as we close out. Big round, Serge.
Well, what do you think about that, eh?
Check in, boys.
The girls are taking their time.
Let's get involved!
12th and final round, and it's been war. The interim PABA super middleweight title is on the line. And both these guys have been hungry as you like all night, Paul. What can you say? The two warriors going at it, and they haven't let up in the 12th round.
Yeah, I think Yannick knows that he's in front, and all he's got to do is just stay on his feet till the end of the round, and he's won the fight.
But at this stage, he doesn't appear to be adopting cautionary tactics.
Oh, he's just blocking and counter-attacking, and that's all he has to do. If the guy's not hitting him and he's hitting the other guy, then he's winning the rounds, isn't he?
Joseph Kwadjo's making an honest fighter of him tonight. He's still putting pressure on, and it was all Serge for both of us in round 11. And a very, very impressive display it has been in the championship round so far. Serge Yannick now starting to use some lateral movement, backing onto the ropes. He knows all he has to do now is finish the round on his feet, and he's going to be the new champion. You've got to give it to Joseph Kwadjo, moving forward, still holding out for that one punch.
Yeah, I think he is, yes. Too late, I think. It's come too late.
And he's trying his best. You can't take it away from him, and he's shown he's durable, and he's shown great chin. And he's had to gamble, and he's had to try and outwill Serge, but he hasn't been able to pull it off. And Serge has really landed a huge amount of power shots, landing really forceful. His ring generalship's been superb, his hand speed's been superb, and we're expecting bigger things from Serge Yannick. And what can Joseph Kwadjo take out of this fight tonight, Paul?
Well, he'll take out a lot of experience. Hopefully he understands that.
He's put on a big display. He just hasn't been able to land that single decisive blow that can hurt Serge. But this has been a great night for Serge Yannick, his best performance so far. He's gotten 12 great rounds, showing great defence, willing Joseph Kwadjo in. Warriors right up until the bell. The feature's been his counter-punching, working off the ropes and keeping Joseph Kwadjo at bay. Joseph Kwadjo tries to land a Hail Mary desperation right, but to no avail. And Serge powering forward. The crowd roaring Serge. Kwadjo fires back. What chin. Two great warriors going at it till the final bell. They're going to be exhausted, Paul.
If they're not exhausted by now, they'll never be exhausted.
Well, Kwadjo throwing and swinging till the very end. He's sucking him down. Still trying to land left hooks. Serge relentlessly moving forward.
He's hit him with a good one
the
there.
African Warrior. Kwadjo still making it interesting in the final stages of round 12. And Serge roars back these two exhausted warriors moving forward. What can you say? Fight of the year contender, Paul. Unbelievable.
I have to be, yeah.
Kwadjo,
It's one of the great fights.
both exhausted. Serge, last 10 seconds, and I'll bet they'll be flurrying to the end. Serge lands a left hook. Kwadjo moving forward. Kwadjo lands again. Serge backed up on the ropes. Ignatius Missilidis separates them. Puts Serge's mouthguard back in. And what a great fight it's been. Tribute to these warriors. Fantastic stuff. Fight of the year contender.
Standing ovation, come on. 12 rounds. World Boxing Association. Have a championship. Brad McCully will come to center ring with the points totals for our three judges assigned for this championship fight.
Good luck, boys. Good luck.
Judge Wayne Ashdown
Good luck.
has it 117, 111. Judge Brian Butler has a bigger margin. He has 119, 110. And Nick Williams a little tighter. 116, 112. We congratulate the interim Papa Super Middleweight Champion, red corner,